So got started on tear down, trying to see what we can find underneath. Got most of the front end off, inner fenders still need to come off, the radiator out. The wife was working on the interior. They put some leather kind of vinyl fabric over the dash that was kind of coming loose, and she wants the interior more stock, more original. So we're peeling that off so we can clean up, repaint the dash, get it back to a factory look inside. So yeah, I'll grab the camera and show you some of the stuff we're finding so far. So look at some of these bumper mounts. Yeah, kind of questionable welds here. I don't really care for that. I think I hit that good with a hammer. She's going to come off. Kind of same on this side. Normally when I've seen these S10 frames under these trucks, this frame is notched down at an angle and left out this way. But I mean, it seems to basically work. I'm just going to clean this up and make a new mount here for the bumper. Just probably a flat plate on this side that goes all the way back. Something a little nicer. Same with the radiator mounts here. Just kind of lots of, I guess we call those boogers. So we got to clean them up, and I'll probably redesign that whole mount on each side. As a matter of fact, this side where it's tacked came loose. So redo that. And just out of curiosity's sake, I took the hammer there, gave this one whack, and just about broke off. So yeah, it's, after seeing that and those welds on the side running board mounts, I definitely think we're going to have to go over all the welds. There's some other stuff under the frame, some of these mounts. You can see where sections were missed. So we'll clean them up, re-weld them, clean up some of these inner fenders. So here is how he did the steering. Use some half-inch plate on each side of this inner fender to run a bearing off for the steering. Yeah, I mean it seems like it lines up okay, but I don't know if I like the steering running off the fender. So I think we're going to kind of re-angle the steering column, modify the hole in the firewall so we can tip it down more, and then I can come right up off the frame with the bracket for the bearing. That's going to be the first big job, is figuring that out. So the wife's working on the interior. Like I said, they had some vinyl wrap on the dash. She's got that peeled off. Looks like it's in pretty good shape. We can fix that up, repaint it, make it look more stock. Started tearing out the rear speakers, so we'll have a little room behind the seat to store stuff in. I'm not sure how these are mounted in. I think they're just fiberglass here, so we'll hit that with a grinder, get down to metal, and see if they'll come out. Yeah, not sure. Got some nice little JBL woofers. That's plus. So yeah. Okay, a little update. Got all the speakers torn out. The back, like I said, we're going to leave the corner ones. We'll use those, but now we can put some type of storage behind the seat. Wait till we get a seat. See what we can do back there. Got that center console out. Here's the shifter mount he had in there. Beefy, effective. I'm not sure what kind of shifter that is. If anybody knows, I don't know if that's out of a car or aftermarket. I haven't looked to find any stampings on it yet. Got the old 8-ball. So the dash, wife got all that stripped off. Back down to steel. We'll just have to do a little cleaning and touching it up. Debating on possibly filling this hole in completely and making this trim piece fold down and putting the stereo behind there. But we'll see. That's another thing that might be in the future. So I got the steering column out. The mount he had in there, looks like he cut the whole thing out of the S10. Probably the same S10 he got the chassis from. And it's pretty darn solid, but there's really no top support. The only thing really supporting it is where it's welded in. I mean, he cut out all of this out of the S10 and welded it into this truck. So where the master cylinder bolts on, that's double plated, but this normally attaches up here to your cowl of your truck. Well, there's no cowl in there. You can see it's just hacked off up here. There's nothing supporting that top except this little tube welded on here and going up to that side piece. And I mean, those welds are not very good, and that's just you can see how rusty that piece itself is. See if I can get inside here. There we go. So I'm thinking I am going to cut off this whole top, this whole thing, remove all that, and then I made some braces so far. See these plates up here? Those bolt through the hinges, and there's one on each side, and I'll run a pipe at the angle here from one side to the other. Also put a brace in the center of the firewall, tie it in, and then I can run a hanger down from that to this. I think that'll give it a little more support, a little safer. But otherwise, I mean, this is all good. I'll just clean it up. It'll actually give me more room up in there for any wiring and stuff. Put the fuse panel maybe up in there. So, yep, that's coming. I'm not sure about this gas pedal. That's something we'll figure out. I mean, it works, but figure out how to hook things up on that or redo it. So that's about it, I think, for the inside. Out front here, kind of mocking up the bumper. I think I'm going to have to straighten these mounts out. You can see how they angle, and that's why he had those pieces at an angle. I'll straighten them out, probably weld on some 1/2 inch to come out here and bolt through that existing hole and then through this outer hole to mount them on. But I want to wait to get the front end back on before I do that. I mean, I can put some adjustment in it, some slots, but then the steering got figured out. Can't really show much in this video, but I got all the other stuff off. I think for the headers, I'm just going to have to notch the frame a little here just to make a little clearance. Not a big deal. Just cut that corner off, weld some back in. It's too bad this doesn't exit a little straighter towards the back. Then I wouldn't have to do anything to it. But I think these are pretty standard. This side's really good. Yeah, if the driver's side did this, would be perfect. So, let's see what else. Did find some more rust in it than I like. can see, probably not see because the light's so bright, but look over here, yeah. All along here on both sides, these inner panels are rusted. For that side, Raybuck's the only one I've been able to find that has the vent cutouts, louvers there, for the exterior vent to work. So it looks like we'll be going with a Raybuck panel for that side if we replace them. We might leave them for now until we decide to actually do a full bodywork paint on this truck. You know, I think maybe our goal right now should be just to get it runner and driver, get it back on the road. But we'll cross that bridge in the future. That's, as guys at Crucible like to say, that's a future me's problem. So yeah, we're getting her torn down. Getting ready to start putting some stuff together. I got to pick up some steel for the bumper mounts. I've ordered up the joints for the steering, new shafts. I think I can keep it pretty straight and just using a Heim joint that'll come right off of the frame down here. Just kind of stand straight up here. So that should be a little better. All right. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.